All right, let me set up the situation for you. I've got this existing shower head that I don't much care for. I mean, it works fine and everything, but it leaks. And the main problem is that there's a valve behind here that has all kinds of connections on it. And you have to tear the wall apart to get to that valve and replace it, and that's the main problem. But right now, this thing is starting to drip out of here, out of the bottom of this. And it's not good. It's factory sealed. There's nothing you can do to get that to seal again. So I'm just going to replace the whole thing. And since it's an existing hand shower, it should be pretty easy to replace, since it's the same thing just going back in again. I've also, in the past, and just to show something else, I replaced this drain the drain cover some time ago with a hair catcher. It's a basket that catches hair, and it just pops off of there, and you can get refills, and it just drops right in there and does a great job. And that's something I did a couple years ago. So now I'm going to take this apart at this point right here. Now you can see this one's kind of squared off, so that fits-all tool may just work in there. And this is just to keep the little ball and socket joint keep this thing from rotating, you know. It's just kind of this thing's still dripping. So that's what's going to happen. And anyway, that's the project. So what I did is I went down to my local hardware store and I got this item right here. Now, I'm not endorsing any company product or anything else. I just picked this because it has the properties I'm looking for, and it wasn't that expensive. So you see here it described the number of pieces and the different settings and things like that. The normal everyday things that you would expect to see in a product like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it up and get the parts out. And I'm just gonna open it. Oh wait, it opens like a regular box. So I'll just open it that way. Okay, here's our items. And we can see on the inside of the box, it describes the assembly and the tool required, the fits-all wrench, apparently. And it also shows a little tiny piece right here that needs to go in, and that's this little plastic guy right there. I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. And that goes into this end of the thing. So we're going to take these guys out and just right away install this into that right there, doing it gently and doing it nice so it fits in there nicely and stays put. And that's good. And here's our shower with its different adjustments, and oh, look at that right there. This is crimped a little bit. I don't know if that's going to be a permanent feature. If it is, that may be a problem, because I guess it doesn't really matter which end you hook up to the shower. This end, hook up to this end. I'm sorry, this end right here. I guess you can go either way with it, and I can make that a place where it will be straight, and maybe it'll straighten itself out. So we'll just take this apart right here, take this off of there, and I'm going to wait until I get to the shower, get to that point before I take those things off. But that is a bit of a concern right there. I wonder if I can straighten that out somewhere. I hope it doesn't impede the water flow, because that would be a deal breaker. Alright, we're going to go try that and see what happens. Alright, we're going to begin, and first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this right here, and that should take this whole assembly off. The water is off, but it's probably going to be flying pretty good when I get to a certain point. Now, the instructions say that we use our ever-present fits-all adjustable wrench, which is ridiculous for a completely round object. And this one is a little bit flatter. But I think this tool, the old channel lock pliers, that's going to be the tool that is going to work for us the best, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to grab a hold of this thing here, lefty loosey, and let's do this too. Let's loosen this up. Man, that thing's on there. There we go. All right. And that's about as watery as I expected it to be. All right, we got some threads. These two small wire brushes that have come from a set of brushes. Stuff off of here without damaging the threads. That's the key. And do it in a way that does not damage the threads. I think this one's going to work better, actually. Got all that tape coming off. Which way is it going to go? All right. I now have it at a point where I'm pretty happy with it. Now what I have here is I have two different sizes of this thread tape. Pipe thread seal tape is what the official name is. You can see there's two different sizes. This is 3/4 inch and this is 1/2 inch. And I think we can use the 1/2 inch. So we'll see how that goes. Well, first you can see the water dripping. But what I want you to see is how the tape covers those threads. And even using a wire brush, it's not all going to come off no matter how much I want it to. So all we can do is the best we can do. Now, when you screw it on, you go righty-tighty, right? Righty-tighty. So I want to wrap the tape so as it turns, it'll actually pull the tape in the direction that you're turning it. So I want to start it here like this and go, whoops, and go this way with it. And kind of snug it up a little bit so it's got some stuff to it there. All right, and then I just pull it off. And it makes a nasty end, but that's not important right now. All right, so now we're going to take our nifty bracket that we put our little gizmo gadget on the end, the little filter, and we're going to put this on here so this part is down. This part is down. This part down. All right, it's going on nicely. And keep in mind that you don't want to go too far with it. You want to get it to the point where it's tight. And you really don't think you can turn it much farther. And just make sure that this part is down. So I'm going to stop right there. That looks pretty good. Here's our little gasket, and here's our end. You can see this thing just moves up and down on it, so I'm going to make sure that that's in there nice and gently. And then this is our part of the pipe that's got that crimp in it. And not too happy about that. So I'm going to put that in this first section right here. Let me move it down so you can see what I'm doing. Here's our pipe. Here's our little crimpy spot. Our little crimp spot right here. So I'm going to put this closest to, make sure my washer's in there, put this closest to, wait a minute, I'm going to put some plumber's tape on that. Righty-tighty again, right? So you want the tape to go around this way. So I'm going to do it this way. Put it here. We don't really want the tape to be sticking down into the pipe itself. That is not the way to do it. All right, here we go. Now we're going to put this on here and wrap it around. And I'm going to just make sure the tape is over top of that. You can see the threads through the tape. I hope you can see that. I don't know if you can or not, but pretty bad. Pretty bad. All right, I'm just gonna pull this off of here. It's just a simple matter of putting our crimpy end on top. All right, we have our pipe back again. We have our washer again. We're going to put that on here. Put that in there kind of delicately to make sure we don't jam it in there or anything. Then we're going to put this on here. I'm going to do it in a way that makes it happy and we don't cross-thread it. And I'm holding this in such a way. All right. Now I'm going to get my channel locks again, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm holding the tube, the hose, and using the channel locks, I'm turning this just a little bit tighter than it would be if I just used my bare hand. All right, we'll now take the other end of our pipe, which is now leaking water. But before I do that, I'm going to take our shower head and I'm going to put some tape on that. Now this tape is, see, this is a point where the 3/4 tape, hard to see this, but I'm trying to do this in a way that keeps the tape out of the area where the hose is going to be, in here. I don't want it in here. I want it, but see, when I say put the tape on, the tape wants to go and kind of overlap into that area. Oh, that's not getting tight at all. There we go. All right. I'm holding it with my thumb as I'm going around, and I wish I could do a better job of filming this for you, but it takes 2 hands and maybe 3 to do this properly. That's what it looks like right now. Now I'm going to take my finger and stick it in there, and I'm going to try to get that tape so it's not covering the opening at all, and kind of roll it back a little bit. So now we have this situation, and that's pretty good all around it. There it is. That looks pretty good. All right, now we take our thing, we take our other end of our hose that does not have our washer on it yet. We put our washer, a little round black washer, put that in here. So now our washer is in there. And now we put it on here the same way we did on the apparatus up here. All right, that's pretty tight. I got a real good grip on that. All right, so that's pretty good. We hang it here and we run our sheet. There's our finished project. And it's hooked up to the pipe nicely, and everything looks good. Now when you get down here, it's kind of all weird, and that's going to happen. I mean, it's brand new. It's used to being coiled a certain way in the box, and that will eventually loosen out. And if you wanted to, you could take this out of here, and you could just kind of let this hang down. Just let the thing hang down into the shower, and the weight of the head of that thing will eventually straighten some of this line out. There's our crimp spot again. I don't know how that's going to work. I think we're going to be okay with it though. I'm going to keep a good thought on that, and I'm going to be hopeful that that's going to work out. So we'll